going on, guys? Been a while. Zach Evanish here, ZachEvanish.com. I am here, man. I used to come to these baseball fields to watch some of the kids play when I was in my early days teaching. And when I was in high school, the high school team, I did not play baseball in high school. They were ranked 4th in the country. So my son is a big fan of baseball. He loves baseball. So I'm getting into whatever my kids are into. But let's let a couple people roll through. And I want to talk to you guys a little bit about something I'm doing with my eating. Nutrition. And it's something I haven't done for, I did not own a gym. I think it was around about after my ACL surgery. So that was 2005 maybe. I was a 5th year teacher earlier. 2003 or so. So Warrior Diet. Back in the day, I used to go on the Dragon Door Forum. Dragon Door Forum. Dragon Door Forum was great, interacting with a lot of great people, college strength coaches, the early original guys from the RKC, including Pavel, and Pavel's been a big influence in a lot of my training methods. But Ori Hofmeckler, people were following his Warrior Diet, which in a nutshell was like super basic. So I picked up the book. And it was basically about fasting the majority of the day. And then for 4 hours out of your day, you have they called it like overfeeding or a feasting time. But I remember I was in the upper 220s, 228, 227. And I got down to 202 pretty quickly. And they say the best diet you can follow is the one that you could adhere to, the one you could stick to. That being said, I'm utilizing this as kind of like an initial kickstart to leaning up. So I don't have breakfast, I don't have lunch. By the time I get home, it is 7:30, 8:30 at night. And then I'll have a large feasting time. So, for example, last night I had a large plate of steak. I had some T-bone and filet. Then I had some leftovers from a dinner that we went out to, which was duck and some veggies. And then I think after that, I didn't eat right away, but later on that night, I had a protein shake. I put in like 3 or 4 scoops, so I'm going like 70 grams of protein, 80 grams of protein. Put in a spoon of almond butter or sun butter, and I mix it with water. So pretty much high protein, moderate fat, low carb. Although when you're on the Warrior Diet, Lehigh Valley Wrestling Club, although when you're on that Warrior Diet, you're not so worried about having the carbs because your body is really running, utilizing carbs and fats as a fuel source more so when you are fasting. So what I experienced was when I do fasting, I'm okay with strength type workouts, power type workouts, but I don't recommend it for athletes. So I've had wrestlers ask me about this at the Division I level. When I was with some friends and we worked with Naval Special Warfare, some of those guys asked about it, and it was not recommended to them. So the guys that need to perform, saying what's up to everybody, the guys that need to perform, we need them to eat. So we need them to fuel up the body, and their goal really isn't about how they, do I have six-pack abs? Their goal is really seek and destroy. So for those guys, we had one of the guys that was part of this team of coaches when we went to work with Naval Special Warfare was he said it's okay to experiment with it because you are preparing your body and mind to go out and have to ruck, or you're deployed and you're on a mission and things go sideways and now you don't have food. Your body's got some sort of experience with that. Your body and your mind do. So we had a couple questions here. How's the training with Barbell Logic going? Are you following starting strength or more advanced? So I've never followed starting strength. My buddy Matt Reynolds runs Starting Strength Online Coaching, and he programs for me. And he knows about my shoulder injury, so I don't bench or go overhead. So he basically programs my squats and deadlifts, and then after that I do my volume work with bodybuilding, my supplemental work according to feel. And it's going great. And I'll tell you what's great about it. Matt is fantastic with the feedback. I love the app that they use, which is called True Coach. But he's really helped me dial in my deadlift technique, which is something I struggled with for a long time. And also, with my history of injuries, I'm avoiding that over-under, alternate grip. And so I'm hook gripping the deadlift. And today I should probably pull 500 pounds with the hook grip. If it's not today, it'll be next week. And, I've got 30 years of training under my belt. So, that being said, Matt understands how to work with me. It's been fantastic. I highly recommend those guys. D. Ren says he's about 265 pounds right now. I'd love to cut some fat, but I'm concerned about losing strength. I want to continue building strength and muscle. Yeah, I think some people don't realize that, or they don't want to accept the fact that, listen, if you're trying to get leaner and you're carrying a lot of body fat, you might lose some strength. But if you're fat, you're fat. And I don't think there's anything good about being fat, even if you're stronger. There's not. Maybe in the world of powerlifting, if you're trying to be a super heavyweight. But outside of that, there's no legitimate reason for you to be fat. There's nothing good about it. And that's the bottom line. So I think if you're fat, go ahead and test drive some sort of intermittent fasting. I feel like it's one of the easiest ways to just start cutting calories and, from there, start dialing in your food prep. I found that food prep has just been huge, and you got a lot of quality. I would invest in basically a nutrition coach for accountability. You got a lot of quality people out there. You got Renaissance, you have Mike Dolce Diet. There's a lot of quality people out there that could help you basically dial in your nutrition. And I think that's the thing, is outside of that, most people are guessing. They're estimating and guessing how much food they should be eating, and that's the difference between you carrying, 20 pounds of fat on your body. So again, guys, there ain't nothing good about being fat. Fat and strong is not impressive. Lean and strong, that's impressive. I stopped drinking coffee a year and a half ago. I drink 2 cups of tea in the morning, and by the time I get home, it's pretty late, so I don't drink tea. But here and there, I'll have another cup of another cup of tea in the afternoon. Sometimes I only get 1 cup of tea in the morning, and I don't have that. When I drank coffee, it was like, I need another cup. I need that afternoon cup. It was so addicting that it pissed me off because I was feeling that afternoon crash. I don't have that feeling with tea. I don't get a crash. It doesn't bother my stomach, so I like it. I like drinking tea. And I don't drink anything fancy. I drink Earl Grey black tea, and I work for Spartan, so I'll probably be getting some of their Spartan tea. Johnny Monstrous, Went from 266 to 249 with intermittent fasting. Guys, it's just basic, simple stuff, man. I skipped breakfast. I ate an apple, and I had some trail mix. And maybe today, since it's squat and deadlift, I might come home and have a protein shake with just water and the protein powder. So it's having kind of like these small little snacks, a piece of fruit here and there, and a little bit of like some sort of a trail mix, walnuts, cashews, stuff like that. Why do I feel dumbbell overheads in my shoulders and triceps more than kettlebells? It's just a different position. That kettlebell sitting outside your forearm, it's different, you know? You're getting a little bit more of this external rotation. When I'm doing dumbbells, I keep it neutral position. And I actually sent two of my buddies are coaches in the NFL, and I sent them a list of shoulder health, prehab, rehab stuff that I follow. And it said in there that pretty much all pressing exercises are done neutral position, whether it's a barbell, dumbbell, benching, overhead work, it's neutral position. And I just feel it's less strain on rotator cuff. So if you're a bodybuilder, that's one thing or another. But if you're training for performance, longevity in the shoulder, neutral grip, my friends. Anybody else got questions? These are some good questions. A little creek right here outside of where I work. And the deer are they're like straight domesticated. They just kind of like hang out and wait for teachers to throw apples and oranges or whatever else they throw at them, and they just eat it. They don't fear the humans. What's up, Eric? So that being said, does that mean don't use kettlebells? No, mix it up. But like anything, overusing one training tool, one training technique, you overuse it, and then you're kind of like a ticking time bomb. It's only a matter of time before you get an overuse injury. And friend of mine injured her shoulder, and it's from just repetitive motion with the same training tool and not hitting those shoulders from different angles. So with regards to the shoulder, we do constantly face pulls of all types of variations from different angles, pull aparts. We also use rear delts with dumbbells, with kettlebells, chest supported, non-chest supported. We use chains. So the conjugate method is something I utilize, to the extreme almost. Hey Craig, what's up? Coach Papik. Split squat, rear foot elevated split squat. How far should your feet be, and what is proper range of motion? Proper range of motion is going to be different for everybody, but what I like to see is your back knee should almost touch the floor. Your front leg, I like to see a 90-degree angle. And the feet shouldn't, the back leg, they shouldn't be so close together where you have no base of support. Now I want to say this. Beginners are going to struggle on their technique on split squats. So in the beginning, they're going to struggle with balance. They're going to struggle with unilateral strength. They're going to struggle with understanding how to sit the hips back so the knee is not tracking so far over the toe. Not that it's life or death when your knee tracks over the toe. I mean, it happens very often in sports. But having a little bit of a wider base and the position of 90 with the knee. So I'm kind of like emotionally as a coach, you've got to get okay with like, all right, today is this athlete's first time doing split squats. It's not going to be amazing. Next time, it's a little bit better and a little bit better. And by the time you get through a few sessions of split squats, even throwing split squats into a warm-up, we've gotten some practice in there, and it's kind of like greasing the groove with that exercise. So that's it, guys. I got to cut out. I had a great time doing Q&A with you guys. You guys have heard me mention some of the people I work with. I really am only working with people now through my VIP one-on-one coaching, and then you guys have those other options between Underground Strength Academy, Gladiator Strong, the VIP coaching. If you want information on that, just email my assistant. Her name is Sarah, undergroundstrengthcoach@gmail.com. We'll send you an application. And also coming this summer, I'm going to do a mentorship certification. You'll have the option to do a 1 week with me or a weekend. So that's it, guys.